All right, good morning, tribe, and welcome to the Donut Shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather of Waterbrooken, coming to you live from my backyard, Ravenscar. Hey, Charles, good morning. It's not a good day. Hey, Sherry, good morning. Um, yeah, and so last night, one of my daughter, Minnie Weather's friends, was killed in a bike accident. So, I mean, they had just graduated. But someone hit her. Don't know any details. I don't know. Um, it's actually been a really rough week already. And then getting this. So, yeah, everyone's pretty shook up. But the Lord works in mysterious ways. So, other than that, it's Friday. It's Friday. And thank you all. And keep Minnie Weather in your prayers. She's she was the closest. Not like physically there or anything like that. It was. I don't know. Like, they gave me the name, but I don't know which of her friends it was. So I know her close friends, so it wasn't in her closest circle. But, yeah. But the birds still sing. And the flowers still release the scent. And it's funny, I'm going to do it anyway. So, I need a... Okay, I can do this. I was planning on doing a puppet show this morning, so maybe we'll still do that. But yeah, for those of you who are just tuning in, last night, one of Minnie Weather's friends, classmates, graduating senior, was killed while she was bicycling. She was hit by a car. Yeah, not good. So, so who wants a puppet show? Not involving bicycle crashes. But let's do that. Let me get some onion puppets, and I think Yarrow. I think Yarrow will play a role in this one. So hold on. Let me get some plants. Let me get a tool to harvest the plants. Okay, almost ready. This is going to be a short one. Hello, I am the leader of a local organization. Hello, I'm Merriweather. So, Merriweather, thank you so much for helping us design this garden. It's going to be really great, and the people will like it. You're welcome. It's really going to be exciting. I love the idea of attracting all the butterflies in and, having all the flowers and stuff like that to attract the butterflies. Yeah, that's the special thing about this. It's going to be especially for butterflies. One thing though. We can't have any bees in the garden. Wait, what? Yeah, no bees. Our insurance policy won't cover bees, so the garden can't be attractive to bees, just butterflies. So just butterflies, not bees. Yep. That's a requirement. You realize? No, you don't realize. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's butterflies, no bees. Right. Okay. Yeah. So I was in a meeting last night, working with a group that wants to install a butterfly garden in this place, and it was really exciting and all this stuff going on. And then at the end of the meeting, it's like, oh yeah, and it can't, no bees, no bees. You want a bunch of nectar-laden flowers, but you don't want the bees to find it, or use it, or access it. You're not into nature, are you? So, yeah. I just realized I don't have my microphone plugged in. I was running around this morning. Hopefully you all can hear me. Give me a second here. Let me switch over to the better microphone. No, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay. Less than half the cylinders are firing this morning. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is just put up, danger, bees may be present signs or things like that. Because there's going to be no way you can feed the butterflies without feeding the bees. But, so the concern is there are a lot of children in the area, and they're afraid someone will get stung. And worst case scenario, the person is allergic to bees, anaphylactic shock, death, which suddenly became a little higher issue in my life. So they were saying, yeah, they don't want to risk that, like their insurance policy basically wouldn't cover, bees attracting, being an attractant to bees. So, I mean, the logic is somewhat understandable that, well, the risk of being stung, someone who's allergic to bees getting stung, okay, it's like they've banned peanuts from any place where there are kids because of the peanut allergies. So it's kind of that same thought process that, if we can't have peanuts, we better not have bees either. But we want the butterflies. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, so there's that the whole, if someone is allergic, gets stung. And then also just the general parental fear of bees around their kids. A lot of people, freak out when there's a bee around. It's, it's going to sting me. And yeah, we'll see. Well, hey, Dad, Mom, good morning, tribe. Beautiful, windy morning. 38 degrees. Oh, good Lord. Turkey is wrapped and resting comfortable in the freezer. Doesn't have to worry about predators no more. It has been predated. So, yeah, but see here, Jonah, well then, people who are allergic to bee stings should be the ones to be extra careful. We cannot stop nature. Yeah, I agree with that statement, but we seem to have flipped over to everyone must be protected from everything. And it is not an individual's responsibility anymore. Hey, Katie. Good morning. And those of you who I didn't say good morning to, I apologize. Yeah. Those just tuning in, again, just an update. Really. Sorry. A classmate of Minnie Weather's died yesterday in a bicycle accident when she was hit by a car. So, yeah, not a good day here. But we have coffee. So, we'll see what happens. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not doing so well this morning with that. So, but it is what it is. So, ooh, yeah. No waterfowl pools then. I have to watch the hundreds of bees trying to drink water from the pools. And one of the things they were going to put in this garden was natural rock with depressions in it to collect the rainwater so the butterflies have something to drink from. And and it just, everything they put in there, the bees were going to love. And so it's not sure how, like I said, I think in the end it will just have to be signs that say, warning, bees may be present, enter at your own risk. Something like that. You know, but they'll have to, the insurance company is getting involved and who knows. On the plus side, I'm the one picking the plants. So, it's a committee, but there's one of the guys. It's funny. There's Richard, who spent like 30 years designing Houston parks, and all the plants and the drainage and all this stuff. And so he has the fundamental bones down and how to grade it, and so the water flows away from the parking lot, all that sort of stuff. Really cool. But when it comes to the actual picking of the plants, he has some ideas and he has some go-tos. And then there's me, who's talking with them. Or we could use this plant and it'd be edible, and we can use this plant and it'd be medicinal, and and so the goal is to sneak a whole bunch of food and medicine into this garden. And so far, that seems to be, the other people in the community thinks that's a great idea. They're liking it. So we'll see what happens there. Just building edible gardens wherever I go. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. Next step, finalize the list of plants. Go talk to some of the nurseries that I have connections with, that I've taught at, and say, hey, either can you cut me a deal, or I will teach 4 plants, or something like that. We will see. Wear your bee suit. Oh, speaking of which, Hives for Heroes. So I don't know if you've been following over on Medicine Man Plant Co., but in the month of June, all the for the entire month of June, June 1st to whatever the last day of June is, 5% of everything we make will be donated to Hives for Heroes. They are a, Save the Bees, Save the Veterans group. They are deeply involved in suicide prevention of veterans, in particular by hooking them up with mentors, people who've been there, done that, in particular, mosquito, beekeepers, and teaching them, kind of jump starting them with one-on-one personal training on how to become a beekeeper. So we'll see what happens there. Good question, Cinnamon. Will there be plaques explaining the plants? Not right now. We don't have the money for that. So basically the major amount of the money will be spent on redoing the problem. There's some trees that need to come out, and there's some drainage that needs to be put in, and then because a lot of the people there are also a little on the elderly side, most of the beds will be raised beds so that they don't have to get down on the ground to enjoy the plants. They can kind of sit on the retaining wall and the plants will be right there. And so building the retaining walls, filling it with dirt, all that sort of thing, and then bringing in the plants. Jennifer, I wish I had skills to barter for plants. Maybe you can trade rabbits for plants, but it took a lot of work to get to this point. Yes, Nicole, it is so any sales through Amazon, our website, or the few brick and mortar stores that we're in on now. So all the sales, regardless of where it's from. We can track that, and then 5% will go to Hives for Heroes. So starting June 1st. Katie, at least they seem open to the idea. Committees typically are not known for logical, make sense decisions. This is true. Is it raining again? But here's the secret to committees. Take charge. Assert dominance, take charge, and just go with what needs to be done. Works for me. Maybe because when you're 6'5" and a deep rumbly voice, you can kind of take charge. Other people may have things that don't work in their favor as much as they do for me. But yeah, sometimes you just go, all right, great idea, moving on. Yep, and it's the insurance company that is probably our biggest fear. Oh, man. Coffee. All right, I'm feeling a little better. I haven't talked to Minnie Weather this morning to see how she's doing it. She was up pretty late last night talking with her friends. So she's sleeping right now. Hopefully she's sleeping. Okay, April. So 2 announcements. I'm not sure which one you missed, but 5% of all sales of Medicine Man Plant Co. For the month of June will be donated to Hives for Heroes, the Save the Bees, Save the Veterans group. And then the bad news, last night one of Minnie Weather's friends was killed in a bicycle accident when she was hit by a car. Hey, William. Good morning. Yep, Kimberlyn should be in charge. She reeks of assertive dominance when she pulls out her battle spoons. Thank you, April. Yeah, it's been a rough morning, rough last night. Laura, I'm asserting dominance for new neighbors. Line the edge of our laneway with large planters before they move in, so they fully understand that a crazy plant lady lives next door and I was here first. Well done, well done. I need coffee. Oh. No, yeah. It, not yet. Hopefully not ever. But that is the with the butterfly garden that I'm working on for a place. They want to attract a bunch of butterflies, but they don't want bees. And so they said, attract butterflies, do not, but we don't want bees. And it's like, yeah, you're nuts. And then it came out that the insurance company, blah, 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 doesn't want people to, get stung by bees because people can go into, allergic, anaphylactic shock, blah, blah, blah. No peanuts on the property because of that already, da, 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 and it's like, yep, Hives for Heroes is such an important idea. Veterans need an active skill to engage in, especially those with post-traumatic stress disorder. Civilian life is exceedingly difficult to adjust to, even for non-injured vets. Very, very true. And one of the side things of this is now I have access to a large group of veterans, and I've been discussing with them what their, health issues are specific to their military service, and trying to think of some things that could be specific for them. So, come up with things for like, the repetitive strain, when you're hiking, with an 80-pound pack on your back day after day, your joints, your vertebrae, all this stuff start to get damaged. And so I've started looking for a lot of structural body healing herb type stuff that could be specifically for them. So we'll see. Okay, Jennifer. So I have a crazy plant question. I found hyacinth bean seeds packets from Mount Vernon Gardens from 20 years ago. I planted them and they came up, but they are pea plants. The seed was a speckled bean. They are heirloom seeds. How would this happen? Okay, so the hyacinth bean, the ones I'm used to are basically they look like a pea pod. They're a purple bean, about this long. The pod is about an inch and a half, 2 inches long, and fairly wide. So actually, peas and beans are pretty much the same family, just different seed pod growth shapes. So go ahead and send me a picture, but a lot of people, mistake the hyacinth bean for peas because, when you think green bean, you think, long, narrow type thing, or like cowpeas or something. But the hyacinth beans is a much broader, flatter seed pod. It's cool that 20 years and they still started growing, though. Tammy, I have 3 sons that was all in Iraq at one time. Praise the Lord, they all came home. But one does suffer from PTSD. I'm sorry. That's got to be rough. Okay, the flowers are white instead. Okay, the flowers are white instead of purple, and the pods are green, not hairy purple. Okay, maybe they got the seeds mixed up. But so when you say Mount Vernon, I'm thinking, Washington, General George Washington wasn't at his home. Were they a commercial packet of beans mass produced by a big company? Or a little hand envelope harvested there on Mount Vernon from Washington's gardens and put in a little envelope and sold? I don't know. But yeah, it sounds like a case of mislabeling. All right, Melanie, in a human environment filled with tropical plants, use a double door system to make sure that the butterflies don't get out, and charge an admission to help pay for the butterfly and rent each year. Sounds like a butterfly exhibit at the Botanic Gardens, but no bees. Yep.
So again, not gonna happen. So the garden is supposed to be a place for people to kind of go and chill and meditate and be one with nature for a bit, and kind of just reground themselves. Need that right now. So yeah. Carol, yeah. Many arthritis sufferers have vertebrae issues as well. Good idea to pursue. Hey, Captain. Good morning. How are you today? But yeah, it'd be really cool to come up with some special formulations for the the protectors of the tribe. Okay, yes, hand harvested from Washington Gardens. I planted one packet 20 years ago. The flowers were purple and the beans were purple. They were flat and thick. Okay, it really sounds then like someone packaged the wrong seeds in that particular envelope, because you already know what the hyacinth beans look like then. So yeah. Yep. Bees generally won't sting unless you harass them, but so many people don't know that. Maybe we need ooh. Yeah, we could have mini weather draw, don't bother the bees won't bother you sort of sign. Huh. Put her graphic design stuff into business here. Yeah, and we can do that, but if someone gets stung, and this is the crazy part. You can put up all the signs, you can have them sign all the waivers you want, but in the end, if someone wants to sue you, they can sue you, and then you have all the expense of a legal battle or the expense of just paying them off to, shut up and go away. And so, the insurance company is going, no. So we will see. In the end, we think we can, in the end, we think logic will override fear, because that's always what happens, right? I don't know. My plan is, the old, do it, ask for forgiveness rather than permission sort of thing. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Ooh, well, here's an idea. When you walk in, suddenly you get an alert from your phone saying, hey, watch this movie. We could plant like a little Bluetooth server in here that is constantly, kind of airdropping a little PDF file or something, that the person would read. Okay. Okay. I meant releasing them. That's a good idea. I like that. Yep, don't run screaming with flapping hands if a bee lands on you. You would think, it's the opposite if you're on fire. If you're on fire, yeah, stop, drop, and roll. If it's a bee, it's go, hey, little bee, how are you? Bee. So, coffee. But we'll see. Anywhere I can sneak in food and medicine, I'm going to do it. So this is a battle I'm going to fight. She loves the Bee Movie. She quotes the Bee Movie a lot. Usually to Mom, Mrs. Weather. Yeah, it's even just in the last 10 minutes, a lot of thick gray clouds have come in. So I might end up having to move indoors. So you ask it, hey, how do you be? I guess that would work. Okay, Melanie, I'm gonna go with Donna's better. Be calm. Whoa, I think I hear rain coming though. Oh well. Yep. Anyone raising beers near many homes runs the risk of bee loss due to pesticide use nearby. Yep, it's raining. Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. I'm just going to move the right in here. I'm too lazy to take everything inside. Okay. And we're back. With the computer out of the rain, and that's what's important. Ooh. Stepped on a wasp the other day, and one side of my foot was giant. It was weird. Sounds like you had a pretty good swelling there from the wasp sting. Pretend you don't see the clouds and they will go away. La 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 la. No clouds. Look at the bright blue sunny sky. Feed me, Seymour. Little Shop of Horrors. Such a great movie. Oh, the birds agree. Tired. Yep. Oh, man. Oh. Hey, Alexa. There it is. Okay, y'all know about wet tobacco on stings. Yes. The nicotine in the tobacco is a good pain reliever and soother of the insect bites and stings. Man. Can you? I'm assuming you can hear the bird. Nah, they've already had that. Birds and the bees. Today it's the importance of bicycle safety. But I think also my kids were kind of shaken up a little more by it because I had the really bad bicycle crash, and it kind of made them realize that, wow, Dad could have died. But yeah, again, for those of you who are just tuning in, hard night last night, hard day today. One of Miniweather's classmates, just graduated, was killed in a bicycle accident last night when she was hit by a car. So, yeah. Not a happy morning here. So, first response for my bad too. If no tobacco, mud. I would put other things before mud, but hey, if you got mud, sometimes just the act of doing something helps. It sounds like something Chirpy would say. Sometimes you just got to do something, anything, just to feel better. I am excited though. Today I'm having lunch with an old oil field friend of mine. Haven't seen in a long time, so we're meeting at the Whistle Stop Tea House in Tomball, which should be fun. I've been there. We actually used to go there fairly often back when I worked in Tomball, and it's one of these doily. I don't know how to describe it without being insulting, but the food is good, and she liked it, and so it was fun. And I looked much different back then, so it'll be fun to walk in there today. Let's see, how old were my kids? Let's see, it was 6 years ago, so that would have been 12 and 9. 12 and 9. Yeah. And so basically, when it happened to me, I was able to give my phone number to one of the emergency responders. They called. Mrs. Weather said, "Your husband has been in a bike accident. He's, pretty banged up. He has a concussion and stuff." Gave the address. It was just like 2 blocks away from the house. If you're around, can you meet us? And so she went running down there. Got the name of the hospital where they were taking me, took my bicycle, threw it in the back of her vehicle. Took my licensed handgun, put that in a safe place, and then called a neighbor while she was heading to the hospital and say, "Hey, can you go and stay with Miniweather and Younger Weather? Because I'm going to the hospital with my husband." And so some neighbors came over and hung out with the kids and gave them updates of things. In the end, like I said, I had a really bad concussion. Still never completely recovered from that. 4 cracked ribs, shoulder damage, some knee damage, battered and contused. Apparently I went flying quite a ways and I was unconscious for 15 minutes. So it was, it was hairy. But here I am with only some interesting scars and stuff like that for, flesh versus pavement. The pavement wins. Anyway, hey, it's group take time. I apologize. I haven't been as responsive to all of you this morning. I'm sorry. Energy is low, so I'm hanging on best I can right now. So let me get the stuff here. All right, so the liver pill, taking care of the liver, getting ready for the weekend. The brain pill. My personal favorite. The immune pill, my second favorite, actually. Oh, yeah. Meat tenderizer on stings. That's another one that works well. As the chemicals in the meat tenderizer will deactivate the irritating proteins. The libido pill. Because, hey, it's Friday. The blood pressure pill. Like I said, I don't have high blood pressure, but it has some other effects I like. So I take a half dose of it. Uric acid pill. Don't have any need for that. Definitely going to take kidney stone pill. Not that I have kidney stones, but kidneys are an important organ. So I want to take care of that. And oh hell yeah. The Serenity pill. Yeah. That is definitely part of today. All right. So I don't know if it's still raining or not. Yeah, it was 2016. This is like the week my book came out. But yeah, it damaged nerves on one side of my face. And so my eyes, I don't even remember. Let's see. Yeah, the right eye was kind of cocked off of the left eye, and so I had double visions. It happened in April, I think. Yeah, I think the bike crash happened in April, and it wasn't until like late July before the eyes realigned. But otherwise, they were, kind of goofing around like that. But yeah, time flies. Oof. Well, let's see. I spent yesterday working on my dad's backyard. Anyone have use for bamboo cuttings? I have so much. Oh man, I love bamboo from other people's yards, but right now I don't have time to do anything with it. Make some bamboo flutes or something. Ooh, or bamboo cane pole. So in my case, it was a bicycle accident. As part of my workout, I would ride my bicycle around the neighborhood for an hour every evening, and I'd been doing that for over a year, and seeing everyone, but a person wasn't paying attention and smucked. I remember coming around a curve and heading down this straightaway, and then laying on the ground with EMT over me, saying, "Sir, I was already in the collar and on a backboard. I was unconscious while they were strapping me down like that. And then I started coming to, and they started asking me questions, and like, do you know who you are? Yeah, Mark Merriweather, Forderbergen. Do you know your phone number? Yeah, da 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 da. And then those were about the only. Oh, do you know your birthday? Yeah, I knew that. And then like, do you know what day it is? And it's like, no. Do you know what month it is? No. Do you know who's president? No. Yeah, so that was kind of scary. All right. It's 8 a.m. Time to get into battle. Those of you who like the normal joviality, is that a word? It is now. Joviality of the donut shop, I apologize. Life isn't always fun and games. But thank you. Keep the family of the girl in your prayers and your thoughts. Keep Minnie Weather. Like I said, she wasn't in the closest circle of friends, but because of the names, they spent 4 years sitting next to each other in classes, because they always do things alphabetically. So yeah, just something there. All right, time to do good things. We got the long weekend. The donut shop will be here on Monday morning, so even though it's a holiday, the donut shop will be open. And then immediately afterwards, smoking me a pork butt. So good days coming. All right, Mom, Dad, love you. Tribe, love you. Thank you so much for being part of my life and giving me a little bit of your energy every day so that I can get through my day. You help me a lot. You really do. This whole thing is as much for me as anyone else. So at this point, I bid you adieu. Have a good weekend. See you Monday morning. End broadcast.